Is my voice audible? Is everyone able to hear me well? Mohammed Ashad, Mohammed Hafiz, Asya. Are you people able to hear me well? Please respond in the chat box. Is everyone able to hear me well? Please respond in the chat box. Asya, Mohammed and Mohammed Irshad, are you people able to hear me well? So no one can hear me? Okay. So just wait for 2 minutes, let others join the class, and then we're going to start with the class. Okay? So let's wait for 2 to 3 minutes. I just want others to join the class, and then we're going to begin with it. We're just going to wait for 1 minute more, and then we're going to start with it. Okay. Kelvin has joined the class. Okay, fine. So, would you like to do the chapter which we were doing yesterday? Okay. Or you want me to teach you case study? I'm going to go with the majority. So, what do you want me to cover? You want me to do the case study, or you want me to cover the same chapter which we were doing yesterday, that is industrial democracy? Please let me know in the chat box. Shall we do case study or the last chapter? I'm going to go with the majority. Just let me know fast what we should cover today. Mohammad Irshad, Asya, Mohammad Abdul Hafiz, Abdul Salam, Kelvin. See, it's not possible to do both, Dijesh and Prabhavati. I can do either of the things because both of the things are quite lengthy, so I just cannot do both of the stuff. Abdul is saying Muhammad Abdul Afi, this last chapter, and Abdul Salam Abdullah is also saying the same thing. How about others? Okay, let's go with the last chapter only. But before we begin with it, let's have a quick review of what all stuffs we have done in the last class. Okay, Prabha, let's go with the majority. Everyone wants me to cover the last chapter, so I'm going to go with the same. Okay. Okay. Now, so before we begin with it, what all stuffs we have done yesterday? Workers' participation in management, this we have done. We have already covered this. Alright. Okay. Okay. So forms of participation and all we have done, right? Prerequisites for effective participation also we have done. Now let's do the activity. Okay. Okay. Now, so the activities which we have to do now are as follows. Okay. Is your organization covered by any scheme of participation? If yes, are they successful? If the success level has not been high, what are the reasons? So yesterday we have learned about different kinds of participations as far as the employee role goes, right, in participation, right? Yeah. So you have to answer these two questions and it should not be a one-liner. Just answer it in the way it has to be answered. Fine, everyone? Fine, Dijesh, Prabhavati, Samo, Abdul Salam, Kelvin, Muhammad Abdul Hafiz, Asya, Muhammad Irshad. So just answer these two questions. Put the answers in the chat box itself. Dijesh, you were there yesterday, right? So you too need to answer that. Samo, you were not there, I guess. Yeah, I know. So let others finish this and then we are going to proceed. We are covering the chapter on industrial democracy. That means we are covering why an organization needs to involve this employees in decision making. What is the use of that? What are the advantages of that? Fine. So others, please answer these two questions and then we are going to proceed ahead and don't take much time. Just write it down. Kelvin, are you writing it? Abdul Salam, are you writing it? Dhijesh, Prabhavati, not Samo. Muhammad, Abdul, Asya, Muhammad Irshad. Are you people writing it or not? The answers? Okay, okay. Okay. Let's begin with it. Let's begin with the next paragraph. Effects of participative decision making. Okay, PDM. Following figure 1 traces the mechanism through which participative decisions making affects employees' behavior and attitudes and in turn organizational results. The figure 1 suggests that the participation improves both employee ability and motivation. So if they are involving you in when it comes to taking decisions in an organization, it is not only going to improve your ability as an employee, but also motivate you. Ability is improved primarily through communication and information sharing, because if they are involving you in decisions, they'll ask you to give your views. In that case, a lot of information will be shared. Everyone will keep the information they have at the back side of their mind. This is how, through information sharing, obviously knowledge increases when it is being shared, right? Which results in more informed employees who are better able to contribute creative ideas. The more learned I will be, the more creative I will be to the success of the enterprise. Motivation is improved because you feel the sense that you owe some importance in the organization. Motivation is improved in part because employees tend to set higher goals. Individuals to become ego involved and committed, and to exert pressure on themselves and their co-workers to ensure that their decisions are sound and their goals are met. Okay, and once we take something in our hand, what happens to us, how we feel. If I'm taking something in my hand, I will try to do it at any cost, right? Because that is a human nature. This is going to satisfy my ego, right? The act of participating can also increase employees' sense of trust and control, which may lower their resistance to new ways of doing things, right? So if organization is giving me due respect, obviously I'll also have respect for them. I won't be resistant towards them, and I won't, hesitate in adapting to the new ways if they will ask me for the same, right? On the attitudinal side, some find that participation like job enrichment meet their needs for challenge and accomplishment, that is growth causing satisfaction. Clear? Is this much clear? Is this much clear? Please let me know in the chat box. Just few are answering. How about others? Is it clear or not? Okay. Okay, so just see this diagram. PDM. PDM stands for participative decision making. Increased value, attainment, self-expression, respect, influence, independence, equality, money. Okay? If I am being indulged, if they involve me in decision making, obviously I'll feel respectable. I will have respect for them and for myself as well, right? I will have independence. I will feel that I'm equal to everyone. Okay? I would be able to express myself better, right? So I won't hold things. Till the time you hold things within and something which is there in your mind doesn't come out, it curbs you, right? So it is going to give you it is this kind of a thing, that is participative decision making. This is going to give you, we can say, chance to express yourself, right? And if these things happen, obviously it is going to increase your morale and satisfaction. And if you are satisfied with the job, if you like the company, if you are into the company, obviously you will be absent less. right? Clear everyone? Cognitive factors, more upward communication and or better utilization of information. Obviously, if we are participating, right, what is going to happen? Obviously, everyone will share information there, and this is going to increase my information, like whatever I have. This is going to increase my knowledge. Once the knowledge is improved, once I have more knowledge, once I'm going to have more knowledge, obviously it will help me in having a better understanding of the job and decision by the employee. If I am one among them, if I am one among the decision makers, obviously, I'll feel privileged, and at the same time, I would be able to understand what they really want to do, because I am one among them, right? This is going to generate more creative ideas because my ego will be satisfied and saturated, right? Okay. And if you are saturated, okay, increase productive efficiency, decision quality, lower costs, okay, reduce conflict. There would be less conflict, right? Because I am also involved in decision making, so there won't be a conflict. No energy and time will be wasted in between the conflict. Lot many times, you can see conflict in between the company, the management and the employee. So that won't be there, right? Motivational factors, increase trust and sense of control, okay, more ego involvement, identification with organization, group pressure. There would be a group pressure, right? Sometimes we don't, sometimes group pressure is motivating. Samu, I had been teaching this participative decision making. PDM means participative. It's like if companies give employees a chance to be involved in decision making, how it is going to boost their morale and how they'll be more productive. This is what I'm teaching you, okay? See, if I am, sometimes, life gets very boring, even in an organization due to monotonous routine. In that case, our job doesn't motivate us, right? In that case, if we are indulged in decision making, if we are being involved, there will be a group pressure to do better than each other, right? And if there will be a group pressure, obviously what is going to happen? Group pressure will be there and group support will be there. So this is going to make me more committed towards my job, and I'll set higher goals as well. If my earlier goals are being met out, if they are being fulfilled, obviously I'm going to set higher goals. Fine. More acceptance of commitment to decision and changes. Fine. Very good evening, Darshana. Is this clear? How involving an employee in decision making can, how it can be motivational and how it can improve their efficiency. Is it clear? Okay. Shall we proceed ahead, everyone out there? So whatever we have read in that diagram, can you please sum it up in short paragraph? Everyone out there, just sum it up in short paragraph. Yeah, just sum it up in short paragraph. Everyone needs to do that. Otherwise, I'm not going to proceed ahead. Yeah, just sum it up in short paragraph. Yeah, there is some net discrepancy at my end. Just sum it up in short paragraph, what we have learned in that diagram. Come on. Okay, Prabha has written it. How about others? Just finish it fast. Darshana, I need your reply. Asiya, Samo, Vijesh, Kelvin, everyone needs to write it down. Others, just show me what you have written. I would like to see what you have written. Please, show it to me. Okay, okay. Kelvin, can I see your, what you have written? Can I see your paragraph as well? Kelvin, Samo, Vijesh, just show me what you people have written. Please show it to me so that I can proceed ahead. It's a request. Anyways, let's proceed ahead. Now, worker participation in management in India. In our country, the concept of workers' participation in management is comparatively of recent origin, even though there were a few instances of informal joint consultation as early as in 1920s in the government printing press, Tata Iron and Steel Company, okay, Jamshedpur Indian Aluminium Works, okay, Belur, and in railways. The Delhi Cloth and General Mills Limited also introduced, okay, workers' participation in management in 1938 by having an elected representative of workers on the board of directors of the mills. The element of participation was also evident. So this concept is new in India, okay, but this was being seen as early as 1920 as well, okay, in some companies. Fine. Okay. The Delhi Cloth and General Mills Limited also introduced workers' participation in management in 1938 by having an elected representative of workers on the board of directors of the mill. The element of participation was also evident in the Permanent Arbitration Board at Ahmedabad, where representatives of the Mill Owners Association and the Textile Labour Association settled many disputes through voluntary arbitration. The Royal Commissioner on Labour recommended the formation of work committees which can play a useful part in the Indian industrial system. It also suggested the establishment of a joint machinery to deal with more general questions and to act as an advisory, okay, appellate body in respect of disputes which are formed to one establishment. The recommendations of the Commission bore fruits with the provision of formal statutory machinery under the Bombay Industrial Relations. Good evening, Sabit. Bombay Industrial Relations Act 1946 and the Industrial Dispute Act 1947. BIR Act, which applies to the textile industry in Maharashtra and Gujarat, provides for the setting of joint committees only in units which have a representative union. The UP Industrial Dispute Act 1947 provides for the formation of work councils in state government and undertaking employing 100 or more workmen. The government of Gujarat by the BIR, okay, that is Bombay Industrial Relation Act, 1972, have made it compulsory for industrial establishment employing 500 or more workmen to set up a joint management council. Okay, so it is a compulsion when it comes to, like factories running in Gujarat and Maharashtra, that if they are having more than 500 employees or workmen, they need to set up a joint management council. That means in the management, they are also going to have some employees who are going to represent the whole team of employees. Fine? Is it clear, everyone? Any questions? Anyone out there? And on Friday, we are going to do a case study and a short test as well. Now, before we proceed ahead, you have to read it from here till here. Is it clear? To get the clear understanding of this. See, this is a very important chapter. Some of you might find it boring, but this is a very important information. Everyone needs to know all this. From the learning perspective, this is a very, very important chapter. So please pay heed to what I am teaching. Now read that paragraph on your own. Once you are done with it, just let me know, please. Once you are done, just let me know. Are you done with it? Okay, take your time, no issue. I am not in a hurry, just read it properly. Mohammad Irshad, Mohammad Abdul, Dijesh Paul, Prabhavati, Samo, Asya, Darshana, Sabit, Kelvin. Prabhavati, are you done with it? Dijesh, Samo, Asya, Darshana, Sabit, Kelvin, Mohammad, Abdul, Mohammad Irshad. Okay. Now, participation, consultation and okay, fine. Let's wait for a few minutes. Let Sabit finish it. Let's wait for 3 more minutes for him. Okay, fine. Participation consultation at the company and shop floor levels in India. Since independence, various schemes have been formulated to provide for employee participation consultation at the company and shop floor level. Some of these are discussed below. 1947 Works Committee. The Industrial Dispute Act 1947 provides for limited participation of elected representative of workers in bipartite works committees with a view to promoting measures for securing and preserving amity and good relations between employers and workers. Some committees like canteen and safety committees are statutory. Okay. The functioning of the committees are however not satisfactory due to the lack of clarity about their scope and functions and conflict between the elected representatives of the works committee and trade unions operating in the enterprises. 1957-8 Joint Management Councils. Now what is this? The Industrial Policy Resolution 19. So do you remember this Industrial Dispute Act 1947? Do you remember that? Should I? Okay, you don't remember that. Okay, I'm going to put it on the board. The Industrial Dispute Act. Okay. So let's revise it once again. The Industrial Dispute Act 1947. Now, see, when does industrial dispute arises? It mostly arises when there is a dispute in between the management and the employees, right? Okay, so I have got one PPT for this. Okay, should I put it here on the board? Okay, so I have got one PPT. Just wait for a while. I'm going to put it on the board now. Just wait. It is going to come on the board in 2 minutes, okay? I have got documents for this as well, but I want to do it in the form of a PPT so that you can understand. You know, when something is being taught to you in the form of points, you can retain it in a better manner. So that's why. So just wait for a while. And when are you people going to give your exams? Can I have update on the same? When are you? Okay. Some people are saying they're going to give it in June. Samo is going to give it in June. How about others? Okay, okay. So most of the people are going to give it in June. Okay, okay. So I'm going to upload that PPT on the board. It is going to come on the board in 2 seconds. How about you, Prabhavati? Okay. You have finished your exam. Okay, so let's do the Industrial Dispute Act 1947. Are you able to see the PPT on the board? Is it visible? Yeah. Okay. See. Now, industrial dispute is defined by Section 2K of the Industrial Dispute Act 1947. Okay. Now, what does that act say? Let's deal with this. Okay. Any dispute or difference between employers or between employers and workmen, or between workmen and workmen, which is connected with the employment or non-employment or the terms of employment or with the conditions of labor of any person. So if a dispute is arising, okay, if there is a dispute, so it can be in between the employees, two workmen, employer and employee, okay. Is it clear? And it could be connected with the employment or non-employment or terms of employment or conditions of labor of any person. Fine. So this is my voice okay? Are you able to hear me? Is it clear? What is the industrial dispute? So any dispute or difference between employers and employers, between employers and workmen and workmen, which is connected with employment or non-employment or terms of employment, okay, with the conditions of labor of any person. Fine? Clear? Now, just read this slide, then we are going to jump to the next slide. Once you are done with this slide, just let me know. Okay. Now, let's go to the next slide. Industrial Dispute Act 1940. my voice okay? Is my voice okay? My net is a bit slow today, so owing to that, we are having voice issues. Hello, is my voice okay? Okay, okay. See, industrial disputes are the disputes which arise due to any disagreement in an international relation. The term industrial relation involves various aspects of interaction, okay, between the employer and the employee, among the employees as well as between the employers. In such relations, whenever there is a clash of interest, it may result in dissatisfaction for either of the parties involved and hence lead to industrial dispute or conflict. These disputes may take various forms such as protest, strike, demonstrations, lockouts, retrenchment, dismissal of workers. Some of the important causes of an industrial dispute are demand for higher wages and allowances, right? So this could be the reason for industrial dispute. Demand for payment of bonus and determination of its rates thereof. Okay. Demand for higher social security benefits. So these could be the reasons for an industrial dispute. Fine. Demands for good and safer working conditions, including length of a working day, the interval and frequency of leisure and physical work environment. Demand for improved labor, welfare and other benefits. For example, adequate canteen, rest, recreation and accommodation facility, arrangement for voice okay? I am connected to the like dongle now. It won't go now. It will work fine. Is my voice perfectly okay? Everyone out there? Okay. Now, so in India, the Industrial Dispute Act 1947 is the main legislation for investigation and settlement. See, if there is a dispute, it has to be settled, right everyone? What if the dispute is not settled? What is going to happen if the dispute is not settled? Tell me, what is going to happen if the dispute is not being settled? Prabhavati, Samo, Darshana, Mohammed, Sabit, what is going to happen if the industrial dispute is not being settled? See, if it is not being settled, it is going to harm both employer and employees, right? So it has to be settled. The Act enumerates the contingencies when a strike or lockout can be lawfully resorted to, okay, when they can be declared illegal or unlawful, conditions for laying off, retrenching, discharging or dismissing a workman, circumstances under which an industrial unit can be closed down, and several other matters related to industrial employee and employers. The Act is administered by the Ministry of Labour through its Industrial Relations Division. The division is concerned with improving the institutional framework for dispute settlement and amending labour laws relating to industrial relations. It works in close coordination with the Central industrial relation machinery, that is CIRM, in an effort to ensure that the country gets a stable, dignified and efficient workforce. So workers should not be exploited, nor they should exploit the employer, right? And capable of generating high levels of output. So only when disputes are being sorted out, then only you can expect a high level of efficiency in terms of workers, right? Right? It's okay? Okay. Now, the CIRM, which is an attached office of the Ministry of Labour, is also known as Chief Labour Commissioner Central. Okay, organization. The CIRM is headed by the Chief Labour Commissioner. It has been entrusted with the task of maintaining industrial relations, enforcement of labour laws, and verification of trade union membership in central sphere. It ensures harmonious industrial relations through monitoring of industrial relations in central sphere. Okay, intervention, mediation and conciliation in industrial dispute in order to bring about settlements of disputes. So they ensure that dispute is being solved and judgment and justice is being done to both the parties. Okay, intervention in situations of threatened strikes and lockouts with the view to avoid the strikes and lockouts. Sometimes, if the employees, they are not satisfied, they will say that we are going to go on a strike and lockout. So see, if there is a lockout or there is a strike, both are going to suffer, whether it's the employer or employee. So they try to, reach to the middle point, so that which can be agreeable, which both the parties can agree, right? Okay, intervention. Okay. Implementation of settlements and awards. Fine. According to the Act, the term industrial dispute may mean any dispute or differences between employer and employer, or between employment and workmen, or between workmen and workmen, which is connected with employment or non-employment. This is the definition I told you. To provide a suitable, now the basic objectives of the Act are, what are the basic, why this Act is being laid down? That is the question. To provide suitable machinery for the just, equitable and peaceful settlement of industrial dispute. They want to settle it down, okay, because if it is not being settled, there is no use, and it should be equitable, okay, peaceful settlement should be there, and it should be just. Justice should be done to both the parties, right? To promote measures for securing and preserving amity and good relations between employers and employees. If good relations are being maintained between employers and employees, obviously, what is going to happen? Both will be happy, and what is going to happen? Employers are going to care about them, okay, and at the same time, they will do justice to the employees, and employees will give better output, right? They will take the company as a mother firm in real sense, right, everyone? To prevent illegal strikes and lockouts. To provide relief to workers against layoffs, retrenchment, wrong dismissal and victimization. Sometimes, employees are being trapped and they are being dismissed. Sometimes, they don't do the favors which management asks them to do, and they are being dismissed on that ground. So, to provide relief to such kind of workers against whom injustice is being done, this is being done. To promote collective bargaining. Fine? Is this Act clear to everyone? Now, so similar is mentioned here also. Okay, fine. Any questions? Anyone out there? Okay, so we are done for today. Fine. We are going to continue with this in the next class itself. Okay, just few more pages are left out under this. We are going to learn some more laws. Okay, and one more thing. Just a second. Give me a moment. I'm going to give you one video link. Kindly watch it at home. Wait. Or I'm going to give it to you in the next class. In the next class, we are going to do the case study. So please be there. Please be on time. If you have any queries, any questions, any grievances, just put that in the feedback form. Okay? Thank you so much. Take care. Bye. Good night, everyone.